Welcome, everybody, to the Crazy Dallas Cup Series. I am your host, as always, Crazy Dallas. And welcome to Talladega International Speedway, a.k.a. known as the biggest NASCAR track in the Crazy Dallas Cup Series for the Menards 500 YouTube Cup Crazy Dallas Cup Series. This should be a really fun race, you guys. A lot of cars in this one. I believe we have 44 cars in this one, I believe. We have a lot of cars. We have quite a few part-time drivers in this race. We have, I think, 4 or 5 part-time drivers in this race. But before we get into all the drivers, let's take a look at the track, as we always do. Here's the starting gate where they're going to start off here at Talladega. They start on the back stretch. They come out of turns 3 and 4 there. Or excuse me, 1 and 2. There's the American flag that Talladega always has. There's the back stretch, and then turns 3 and 4 is a little bit of a bigger turn, and then there's the tri-oval, and there is, of course, the inimitable finish line. There is some grass that they planted down coming into turns 1 and 2 there. Shout out to Christopher Bell for winning the Menards 500 pole for the 2026 Crazy Dallas Cup Series. Christopher Bell's doing really bad in the point standings. I think he's like 20-something, which isn't horrible, but not good. So that's huge for him, an extra 5 points for him before even the race starts. And then here's a look at all your segments. We have 8 segments of 4 cars, and then 4 segments of 3 cars. And like I said a few minutes ago, we have 44 cars in this race, and we have a total of 12 segments in this race. This is going to be a really fun race. There's going to be probably quite a few big wrecks, because that's Talladega, but hopefully everybody will be okay, and hopefully we don't see very many bad wrecks, but I have a feeling today's video is going to get chaotic. So let's go ahead and jump right into the first segment here in just a second. I also want to say thank you guys for watching, as always. Alright, segment number 1, Christopher Bell, your pole setter, is going to lead you down right away in this race. And then we got Noah Gragson in the number 4 car. He had pretty decent qualifying. Can't say he didn't do bad in qualifying, considering he started in second. In third place is A.J. Allmendinger in the 16 Wendy's Saucy Nuggets car. Looks like a Halloween paint scheme. It's kind of cool. And then the 51 Arby's car, that's Cody Ware. Wow, already a chaotic lap. Noah Gragson able to pass Christopher Bell with help from Cody Ware, who they are Fords. I forgot to announce that there were 2 Fords, a Toyota, and a Chevy in this segment. So it's going to be Noah Gragson leading you down, 2 to go. 3 laps here at Talladega. What a fantastic move by Christopher Bell, able to get him the lead with the white flag out. Each segment gets 3 laps besides the main event. Noah Gragson in second. A.J. Allmendinger almost was able to pass Gragson at the last moment, and then Cody Ware still in fourth. Wow, take a look at a replay here. Christopher Bell is going to win the segment. Shocker, considering how good he did in qualifying. Look at A.J. Allmendinger come out of nowhere, punches Christopher Bell in the back, and then able to hold off Noah Gragson for second place. So Christopher Bell finishes first. A.J. Allmendinger able to pass Noah Gragson for second. Noah Gragson third. Cody Ware, finishes fourth. So there's that. Segment number 2, Chase Briscoe. Started second in qualifying, had another great qualifying, just not enough to get those 5 points, but still good qualifying by Briscoe. Daniel Suarez in the 99, Tootsie's car going to start in second. Ty Gibbs in the 54 Saya for Joe Gibbs Racing, going to start third. And then Corey LaJoie, one of the part-time drivers. I'll announce all the part-time drivers throughout the video. In the 01 car for Rick Ware Racing. Alright, coming to 2 laps to go. Chase Briscoe able to hold off the pack. Daniel Suarez able to hold off Corey LaJoie and Ty Gibbs. And Ty Gibbs almost lost third place, but still kept it. Chase Briscoe for Joe Gibbs Racing takes the white flag. Unfortunately, Chase Briscoe's teammate Ty Gibbs falls down to 4th this time. Corey LaJoie in the 01 car for Rick Ware Racing, part-time driver, is in 3rd place. Daniel Suarez still in 2nd. Let's see what happens here with the white flag out. Caution is out on the track for the first time today. That is going to do it for segment number 2. It's going to be Chase Briscoe easily taking the segment. And it's Daniel Suarez who is off the track on the floor. He's on his wheels. Let's take a look at the replay. He was in the lead, actually. Briscoe gets sideways here. What happened? Oh, Suarez slid on his roof there. I think there might have been contact with him in the wall. And then Briscoe able to pass everybody for the segment win. So Joe Gibbs Racing with a great start. Corey LaJoie in the 01 car finishes 2nd, a part-time driver in 2nd place after that segment. Ty Gibbs 3rd, Suarez 4th. All right, segment number 3, we have Austin Cindric in the number 2. Another great qualifying by him. He's been doing really well in qualifying, and he's been finishing really well, except for the fact he's been getting screwed a lot of times by wrecking and getting El Reco'd. But we'll see how he does today. Then we got Hendrick Motorsports, William Byron, the 24. Then we got the 11 Mavis Tires car, Denny Hamlin. And Burt Myers, another part-time driver in the 50. Alright, not sure what happened to Burt Myers in the number 50 car, but looked like he spun out or something off of the turn and just could not quite cross the finish line. So he'll be marked 4th place going here in the lap 2. 2 to go. Austin Cindric is your leader. Byron 2nd, Hamlin 3rd. Ooh, man, we got to get a replay on this. Take a look at this replay. Cindric in the lead. Here comes Byron side by side, but it's still Cindric, and Hamlin falls down to 4th place. Look how close this finish was. By like 1/4 of a car length. Cindric in the lead still. Byron just could not quite get a good enough draft from Burt Myers there, who is a Chevy. And the white flag is out for Austin Cindric. See if Team Penske can get themselves another segment win this season. Austin Cindric and Team Penske get themselves their 14th segment win this season. Crazy to say that considering we're only, 5 races in? Yeah. William Byron finishes 2nd. Denny Hamlin with a disappointing 3rd place finish. And Burt Myers 4th. Alright, segment number 4. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. He's doing actually pretty well in the point standings. He's like 13th or 14th. He's right now locked in, most likely, into the All-Star race as long as he finishes the next 2 races. Same thing with Ryan Preece. Eric Jones, same thing with him. And then part-time driver in the 14 car, Sam Mayer. Looking for a good race. Wow, take a look at a replay. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. gives up the lead to the 60 Ryan Preece. You can see Eric Jones going to the outside to draft with Preece, and Stenhouse comes in and just sideswipes Jones, able to keep him from preventing 3rd place. So Priest is now your leader with 2 to go. Ricky Stenhouse in second, Eric Jones third. And then not sure what happened to Sam Mayer, but he's still in the race in fourth. Caution is out on the track today for our first El Reco. And we were just talking about how good Eric Jones has been doing in the point standings. Coming to the white flag, too. Ugh. There it is. He's off the track. He's on his side. Underneath the stovetop. Kind of like that. Let's take a look at your replay. He's started third. He's side by side with Sam Mayer. And it looked like Sam Mayer may have got into him there on the outside. And Eric Jones just fell off the track. The railing could not help Eric Jones stay on the track. Bad points day today for Eric Jones. And not what Eric Jones wanted to see. At least he's in the top 10 in points right now. But I'm not sure where he'll be after this race. But hopefully not too bad for him. But coming to the white flag, Ryan Preece. I think he's got it in the bag as long as he gets help from Sam Mayer, who's also a Ford. I think Preece has got the segment win. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., of course, in second. Sam Mayer in third. So, yeah, white flag out for segment number 4. See who takes it. Oh, man, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. had it, but he sold. Ryan Preece was able to pass Ricky Stenhouse Jr. at the last couple seconds there on the track. Able to get the run from Sam Mayer, like I said before, this last lap. So it's going to be Preece, Stenhouse, and Mayer. All right, segment number 5, we have Ryan Blaney in number 12 car. He looked really well in qualifying. He did not do well in practice, though. His car looked really tight. But he did well in qualifying, so they must have changed something there in that 12 car. Kyle Larson going to start in second in that number 5 car for Hendrick Motorsports. Shane Van Gisbergen in the 88 car. And then Martin Truex Jr. in the 56 Bass Pro Shops car for Tricon. Wow, take a look at this replay. Shane Van Gisbergen from third to first finds a run on the inside lane. Everybody trying to draft. SVG says, you know what? You guys are too busy on the outside lane. I'm going on the inside and passing all y'all. What a move by Shane Van Gisbergen. Goes from third to first. He's in the lead now with 2 to go. Ryan Blaney in second. Kyle Larson third. Martin Truex Jr. fourth. All right, coming to the white flag, Shane Van Gisbergen looking pretty strong in that 88 car here at Talladega. And Martin Truex Jr. from fourth to second. Ryan Blaney falls down to third. Kyle Larson falls down to fourth. What is going on with Blaney and Larson? They are both really struggling on that outside line. I think maybe they're having some issues on the turns. I don't know. White flag. Oh, Shane Van Gisbergen, heartbreak. He was looking for his first segment win of the season. Here comes Kyle Larson on the outside lane, able to pass SVG in the turn, and was able to get up and block his run from the draft. So Kyle Larson goes from third to first. Third to first in that segment. In that lap, SVG finishes second, Martin Truex Jr. third, and then Ryan Blaney with his worst finish so far this season in fourth. Let's hope Blaney can turn things around when we get to the fourth race. But for now, Blaney struggling in that 12 car. All right, segment number 6. Ross Chastain had great qualifying. Probably his best qualifying he's had in probably a good year or so in the Crazy House Cup Series. Austin Dillon starting second. had good qualifying as well. Zane Smith in the 38, and then Sam Mayer's teammate a few segments ago, he's got Sheldon Creed in this 41 car, United Rentals car. 3 laps as always. Let's do it. Caution is out on the track for another El Reco. Who is it? Oh, Sheldon Creed is going to be the guy, and there it is. He's upside down on the backstretch. I'm not sure what happened to him. He was a part-time driver, and he got taken out. Let's take a look at a replay here. He's on the outside of Zane Smith, and it looks like Zane Smith just put him in the wall. Looks like Sheldon Creed maybe caught some air there, too, when he hit the wall. Yeah, he definitely caught some air there, just popped up on his side, and then eventually went on his roof to get taken out. So Sheldon Creed, first lap in this race, he is out of it. You'll see that here at Talladega. But, of course, we have to keep moving on. So with 2 laps to go, Ross Chastain looking strong in that 1 car. Austin Dillon, the 3 car, is in second. And then Zane Smith chooses the inside lane for third with 2 to go. Alright, 1 lap to go for Ross Chastain in the number 1 car. Zane Smith able to pass Austin Dillon for second. That was a pretty good move by Zane Smith. He was looking pretty fast in that 38 car, but he has no help. Austin Dillon, who's in third now, chooses the inside lane to help a Chevy. And of course, that's what manufacturers do. They help each other out. Wow, that might have been one of the best defensive moves I've seen in the crazy Dallas Cup Series. Ross Chastain gets the segment win. I cannot believe we did not get a replay for that, though. He was able to hold off the whole entire pack, going sideways half that lap, half of that big, huge track. That was crazy. We got to get moving on, though, to segment number 7. Joey Logano in the 22 car had good qualifying. Next to him, we have the 21 car, Josh Berry. Next to him, we have the 10 C-Best car, Ty Dillon. That's Austin Dillon's younger brother, who raced in last segment. And then the 7 car, he's doing the worst in the point standings by like 20 points. That is Justin Haley in the 7 car. Alright, 2 laps to go. Joey Logano able to keep the lead from Josh Berry in the 21 car. Ty Dillon still in third. Justin Haley still in fourth for 2 laps to go. Alright, pretty clean racing so far in segment number 7 here with the white flag out. Joey Logano in that 22 car is looking really strong. And so hopefully he and Team Penske can bounce back after Ryan Blaney, of course, having that horrible drought segment in last segment. Caution is out, and that is going to do it for segment number 7. Joey Logano gets the segment win for Team Penske. And wouldn't you know, it's Justin Haley right next to the American flag. I guess he thought he looked like American. I don't know what to say besides that. Here's a replay of what happened with Haley side by side. And just like the Sheldon Creed incident with Zane Smith last segment or whatever, he hits the wall on the outside lane and gets penetrated in the wall. So Joey Logano finishes first, Josh Berry second, Ty Dillon third, Justin Haley fourth. Alright, segment number 8. Tyler Reddick in the 45 Jordan car. He was really struggling in the points, and he won at Darlington, had that really good win at Darlington. Now he's been in the top 10 in points ever since then. He had really good qualifying today. Next to him in the 48 Ally car, that's Alex Bowman. He's struggling the points. Same thing with J.J. Ely. And then part-time driver Helio Castroneves in 91. All right, 2 laps to go for Tyler Reddick, who's in first. Alex Bowman's in second. And then Helio Castroneves is that part-time driver, like I said before. And he passed J.J. Ely for third. Wow, take a look at the run J.J. Ely gets here, pushes Reddick. Here comes Helio Castroneves. He pushes Ely. And then look at this finish between Castroneves and Bowman. Side by side, it's still going to be Alex Bowman for third by probably 0.0056 seconds, maybe? Around there. 0.007 seconds. All right, I was pretty close. Tyler Reddick going to lead you down to the white flag, though, and J.J. Ely trying to look for his first ever segment win in the Crazy Dallas Cup Series. He is literally a lap away from possibly doing it. Can J.J. Ely get his first ever segment win in the first round? Caution is out on the track for an El Reco. That is going to do it. J.J. Ely for NY Racing get their first segment win in a first round for a race, and it's Helio Castroneves who takes the El Reco, and Alex Bowman's off the track on his wheels. We got a double wreck. Bowman's still in the race, but what happened to the part-time driver, Helio? Oh, I think the same thing happened with before, whatever. Turn 2 is deadly, and then Alex Bowman gets pushed off the track by J.J. Ely. I don't know how J.J. Ely had that big of a run there on that turn, but crazy. Helio Castroneves out of the race. A lot of these part-time drivers are having bad luck so far in this race. But it's going to be J.J. Ely getting his first ever segment win in the Crazy House Cup Series. That being a first round for a race, though. And then Tyler Reddick finishes second. Alex Bowman finishes in third place. Could have been worse for Bowman. He could have been out of the race by now. But luckily for Alex Bowman and Hendrick Motorsports, with how bad they're doing the points, they are survived. All right, next segment. Segment number 9. Todd Gillen, the 34 car. Another good qualifying by him. Then we got Jared Nemechek in the $42 Dollar Tree car for Legacy Motor Club. And, of course, Junior Motorsports, number 40, Traveler Whiskey car. That is Justin Allgaier. He's doing pretty well in the point standings, looking for his first ever All-Star race. Caution is on the track again for another El Reco. Talladega is striking early with these drivers, and it's another Legacy Motor Club car that's out of it. It is John Hunter Nemechek. He's upside down right where Eric Jones wrecked. This is a conspiracy theory. What happened? Every time, turn 2 is deadly. I don't know why these drivers on the inside lane get into them, but Jared Nemechek out of the race. And a bad day so far for Legacy Motor Club. They only have Jimmy Johnson left, and Jimmy Johnson is not doing very well in the point standings. But with 2 laps to go still, Todd Gillen going to 1v1 against Justin Allgaier for the segment win, unless something happens here. But let's see what happens with 2 to go. Justin Allgaier able to pass the 34 Todd Gillen with the white flag out. That was a great race. They side drafted a little bit, then Allgaier was able to get in front of Todd Gillen at the last stretch. So Justin Allgaier leads with the white flag out. What a beautiful crossover move by Todd Gillen, which was able to get him the segment win. Justin Allgaier able to finish in second, just could not quite hold off Todd Gillen. Todd Gillen had a way better run on that outside lane. Segment number 10 is up, and we have Brad Keselowski in the number 6 car. He's always good at Talladega. He qualified 10th. That's pretty decent here at Talladega. Michael McDowell in second, and then Michael McDowell, Carson Hocevar, the 71-77 cars. They are teammates for Spire Motorsports. So they're going to probably 2v1 Brad Keselowski in this segment. Wow, take a look at the replay here. Michael McDowell on the outside lane, able to pass Keselowski here. Look at that, they're side by side on the turn, and then a little side draft could not work out for Keselowski. And like I just said before, those two guys, the teammates for Spire Motorsports, they are going to help each other out. That's what teammates do. And with 2 to go, it's McDowell first, Keselowski second, Hocevar third. Carson Hocevar picks the inside lane, of course. So with 2 laps to go, let's see who takes it. All right, white flag is out officially for Michael McDowell for the 71 car. He's been looking pretty well ever since he passed Keselowski for the lead there. Brad Keselowski just could not find any runs to pass McDowell, but he is doing well holding off Hocevar, though, with the white flag out. Michael McDowell for Spire Motorsports finishes first. They're going to win the segment. Carson Hocevar for Spire Motorsports finishes second. So good segment for Spire Motorsports, of course. Can't get any better than that. And Brad Keselowski third. All right, segment number 11, Chase Elliott. In that number 9 car, your points leader, leading the point standings by 1 point over Chase Briscoe. All due to that win. If Chase Briscoe would have won the pole today, he would have been ahead of Chase Elliott by 4 points. That's how big poles are. Kyle Busch second, Riley Herbst third. All right, coming to 2 laps to go. Chase Elliott doing well, holding off Kyle Busch and Riley Herbst. That is your standing order right now with 2 to go, but Riley Herbst is going to choose the outside lane to help out Kyle Busch with 2 to go. All right, a good move by Kyle Busch, able to get him the lead over Chase Elliott with the white flag out. Kyle Busch is now your leader, Chase Elliott second, and Riley Herbst, who's third, is going to stay on the outside lane. He's going to help out Chase Elliott this time on this lap. So Chase Elliott in a pretty good spot here to win the segment, but let's see if Kyle Busch can hold off Chase Elliott in the 9 car. Chase Elliott able to pass Kyle Busch for the segment win. Take a look at this, though. He was able to hold off Riley Herbst and Kyle Busch for the segment win, so that's Chase Elliott's 7th segment win in total this year, besides the first round. Kyle Busch able to finish second, and Riley Herbst third. And now we have our last segment for round number 1. We have Bubba Wallace in the 23 car, qualified 12th, had a pretty good qualifying. Next to him in the 17 car for RFK Racing, Chris Buescher in that Castrol Edge car. And then Jimmy Johnson, the last car that is still available to win for Legacy Motor Club in that 84 Carvana car. Wow, what a slingshot jump move by Jimmy Johnson. A power move from 3rd to 1st place already. Bubba Wallace is going to be in 2nd place coming into lap 2. And Chris Buescher falls down to 3rd. What a move by Legacy Motor Club for Jimmy Johnson. They're looking for their segment win. Jimmy Johnson doing a really good job, able to hold off Chris Buescher for 2nd place now. Bud Wallace falls down to third place. Not sure what happened to Bud Wallace during that lap, but he is down to third. Jimmie Johnson trying to get Legacy Motor Club some momentum in this race, considering they have 2 of the 3 cars done. Jimmie Johnson and Legacy Motor Club get their first segment win of the day, and they're probably their only segment win for round 1. Unfortunately for them, Chris Buescher finishes second. Bud Wallace will finish third. So Legacy Motor Club not having a good start, as you guys could tell. Eric Jones crashed right away in his segment. Jared Nemechek crashed right away in his segment. But before we move on to the next round, we'll be right back after these messages. So hold on tight, and I hope you guys enjoy these messages. Baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back. Jalapenos, baby back ribs. Yum, yum, yum. Come get your baby back ribs here at Jalapenos Famous Restaurant. Always yummy food everywhere you go here. Jalapenos. Have you been accused of a law that you did not commit? Well, you need to get on the phone and call the law offices of Harry, Dingle, and Barry. Been serving you since 2002. Call Harry, Dingle, and Barry. Call Harry, Dingle, and Barry. Are you wanting to take your main squeeze out on a date, but all your skrill has left you out? Well, don't worry about that, because the Crazy Dallas Cup Series has you covered for fun, racing action, and entertainment that you will never get sick of. Thank you. Man, oh man, those commercials don't get any better than that, you guys. And what doesn't get any better is that these fourth race, we have 2 part-time drivers in this race. We're going to have all 5 of these cars race in this segment. We have Cody Ware in the 51, Daniel Suarez the 99. Then you have the 2 part-time drivers, the 50 car Burt Myers and the 14 car of Sam Mayer. And then we have the 12 car Ryan Blaney, who has been really struggling today. We had reports that Ryan Blaney's car is really tight off of turn 2, so let's see how he does in this one. Alright, some great blocks by Cody Ware is able to keep him the lead from the 50 car Burt Myers and the 99 car Daniel Suarez. So with 2 to go, it's Ware in first, Burt Myers in second, Suarez third, Mayer in fourth, and Blaney still struggling in 5th place. I just don't think Blaney's going to have a good car today. All right, coming to the white flag, Cody Ware is doing a phenomenal job holding off the pack. Cody Ware for Rickway Racing, not doing very well in the points standings. He's trying to get to the All-Star race, and by doing that, he either has to win one of these next 2 races or finishes in the top 10 the next 2 races to get himself locked in. Burt Myers in second, Suarez in third, Sam Mayer fourth, Ryan Blaney in 5th. Oh no, caution is out on the track. That is going to do it. Daniel Suarez and Burt Myers are there. There's Ryan Blaney. He's sideways in front of, or on the side of Sam Mayer's car. Cody Ware is going to win the segment. No replay, but Cody Ware does exactly what he needs to do if he wants to get to the All-Star race. He advances and he will go to the thirds race. Meanwhile, Burt Myers, Daniel Suarez, Ryan Blaney, and Sam Mayer are all going to finish in the spots unless there's more El Recos, which most likely there will be more El Recos because this is Talladega and you have no idea what will happen with Talladega. So there's your finishing order for the fourth race, and now we will move on to the thirds race coming up next. So Cody Ware able to get himself the win out of these 5 cars. And now here's a look at all your cars for the thirds race. We have a total of, it looks like, 12 cars in this one, including the wild card car, which is Cody Ware. So we're going to have 3 segments in this thirds race with 4 cars. And so this should be interesting. We have Noah Gregson, Ty Gibbs, Denny Hamlin, Martin Truex Jr., Austin Dillon, Ty Dillon, brothers right there. Then you have Justin Haley, Alex Bowman, Brad Keselowski, Riley Herbst, and then 23 Bubba Wallace. Riley Herbst, Bubba Wallace teammates, of course, for 23XI. And then Cody Ware, the wild card car. All right, here's your first segment. We have Denny Hamlin in the 11 car for Joe Gibbs Racing. And then we have Justin Haley in the 7 car doing really bad in the points standings. He's in last place. Justin Haley needs a good finish today if he wants to get to the All-Star race. He pretty much has to win now to get into the All-Star race. Same thing with Riley Herbst in the 35 car and Alex Bowman in the 48 car. Let's do it. All right, coming to 2 laps to go. Denny Hamlin doing a pretty good job holding off the pack. Riley Herbst passes Alex Bowman for 3rd place. And Justin Haley still in 2nd place after that first lap. Spire Motorsports and Justin Haley lead the final lap, coming to the final lap for Justin Haley. Denny Hamlin falls down to 2nd. Denny Hamlin doing really well in the point standings. If he doesn't do very good today, if he records or something today, that is not good for him in the point standings. Alex Bowman takes 3rd back from Riley Herbst. White flag out. Justin Haley needs the win here at Talladega or the next race, which is the Pepsi 4 600. He has done it. Justin Haley gets his first segment win of the year. Denny Hamlin finishes in 2nd place. Not a very good point state for Hamlin. Riley Herbst passes Alex Bowman back for 3rd. Great crossovers in this segment. A lot of clean racing, but a lot of passing at the same time. Alex Bowman finishes in 4th place. So Justin Haley is getting advanced to the seconds, and that's exactly what he wanted. All right, next segment for Joe Gibbs Racing, that 54 car, Seiya car, that red one. Ty Gibbs in the 54. He's doing pretty well in the point standings. Almost won at Bristol, came in 2nd place. Still looking for his first ever win in the Crazy House Cup Series. Martin Truex Jr. in the 56 car and 2nd for Tricon Garage. Brad Keselowski 3rd in the 6 car, and then Cody Ware in the 51 Arby's car, the wild card car. Caution is out for another El Rico. And let's see who it is this time. There's the Toyotas. There's Ty Gibbs and Martin Truex Jr. There's Cody Ware, so that can only mean it's Brad Keselowski. Oh, man. Brad Keselowski out of the race. He qualified 10th. Had a great qualifying. Brad Keselowski is really good at Talladega, too. We've seen him before in the past in the Crazy House Cup Series. Ty Gibbs, there's your leader. There's Truex. Not a very good replay, but it is what it is. Here we go. And there's Keselowski off the track, so it looks like maybe Cody Ware got into Keselowski, or Keselowski got into Cody Ware or something. Not sure quite what happened, but Keselowski is not going to have a good finish. Bad points day for Brad, and Brad's pretty much going to have to win the next race if he wants to get into the All-Star race, pretty much. And that is not going to be easy for Keselowski. But with coming to 2 laps to go, it's Ty Gibbs, your leader, in 1st. Martin Truex Jr. in 2nd. And Cody Ware, that wildcard car, had to advance his way from the 4th race to this 3rd race. Let's see if Cody Ware can win to get the seconds now. All right, white flag is out for Ty Gibbs. Cody Ware passes Martin Truex Jr. for a 2nd. Cody Ware, he's in a good spot here, but unfortunately he doesn't have any drafting help. He doesn't have Brad Keselowski behind him. So Cody Ware, it's going to be really tough for him to pass these Toyotas because Martin Truex Jr. is on the inside lane. He's going to push Ty Gibbs to the segment win. Ty Gibbs for Joe Gibbs Racing in that 54 car is going to advance to the seconds. Great race by Ty Gibbs. Had the lead the whole time and was able to hold off Cody Ware for second and Martin Truex Jr. who finished as third. That was a great segment. Not very clean passing, but it is what it is. And here is a look at your last segment for the thirds race. We have Noah Gragson in the 4 car. And we have Austin Dillon in the 3 car. And we have Ty Dillon, that's Austin Dillon's brother, in that 10 car, Seabest car. And then Bubba Wallace in that 23 Lido's car. This is going to be an interesting segment. We'll have to see what happens in this one. Wow, look at this replay, you guys. Look at this. Austin Dillon, Ty Dillon, brothers. Ty Dillon on the inside lane trying to pass Gragson. Gragson says no. And then Austin Dillon gets squeezed on the inside wall by Bubba Wallace. But Ty Dillon, who is in third place, goes from third to second. Could have had the lead there, but Noah Gragson made a good block to get him, to keep him in the lead with 2 laps to go. Austin Dillon, not sure what happened to him, but he got in the wall and he's in fourth. All right, coming to the white flag. Look at Austin Dillon, Ty Dillon, the Dillon family up to first and second. Look at Austin Dillon. Almost goes to the outside to pass Ty Dillon, but instead chooses to draft with Ty Dillon to make sure one of them gets the segment win. That is great racing right there. And Austin Dillon is in the lead. And Ty Dillon, you don't see this too often. Ty Dillon chooses the outside lane. You don't see that much at Talladega. The outside lane. Very interesting call by Ty Dillon, but the Dillon brothers are first and second. Noah Gragson third, but Wallace fourth. Ty Dillon for Colleague Racing, able to hold off his older brother Austin Dillon for the segment win. That is a great segment for the Dillon brothers. Can't get any better than that, obviously, unless you're an Austin Dillon fan. Austin Dillon finishes in second. Bubba Wallace in the 23 car finishes third. Still not a good point state for Bubba Wallace, though. And Noah Gragson with a disappointing fourth place finish. He goes from first to fourth. And now we're going to move on to all your cars that finished second. Them being A.J. Allmendinger in the 16 car. Coyle Joy is a part-time driver in the 01 car. William Byron in the 24. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in the 47. SVG in the 88. Zane Smith in the 38. Josh Berry in the 21. And Tyler Reddick in the 45. And then on that top row, we have Justin Allgaier in the 40 car. Carson Hocevar in the 77. Next to him is the 8 car Kyle Busch. Chris Buescher in the 17. Next to him is Justin Haley in the 7. Who's in last place in the point standings, by the way. Then we got Ty Gibbs in the 54, and then Ty Dillon in the 10. Here's your first segment of the seconds, excuse me. Then the winner of the seconds for the segments goes to the B main, and after the B main is the main event. So we have William Byron in the 24, Josh Berry in the 21, Justin Allgaier in the 40, and then the wild card, the 7 car, Justin Haley, looking for a good point stay for first. All right, 2 laps to go. William Byron is your leader. Josh Berry holds us off for second place from Justin Allgaier, who's in third. And then Justin Haley is still in fourth, looking for the win. Man, oh man, I don't know what it is, you guys, but I am feeling a bad feeling here for Josh Berry in that 21 car. I I think Josh Berry is in a bad spot here. He's trying to go for the segment win, but Justin Haley is also looking for the segment win, so Josh Berry's in a bad spot here. But with the white flag out, William Byron pretty much is dominating this segment. Hendrick Motorsports, William Byron, they dominate the segment and get the win. Josh Berry able to hold off Allgaier for second, but still they will not advance. And then Justin Haley with a disappointing third place finish. I was expecting Haley to at least maybe pass Allgaier, but no, Haley just not having a good year. I don't know what he's up to, but man, just feel bad for Justin Haley this year. And now we have our second segment out of, I believe, 4 segments. Yeah, 4 segments by the looks of it. We have A.J. Allmendinger in the 16 car. He's been doing really well in this race. He needs to be good in this race because he's doing really bad in the point standings as well. And we have Zane Smith in the 38, Chris Buescher in the 17, then Ty Dillon, the wild card car, in the 10. All right, coming to 2 laps to go. A.J. Allmendinger is in the lead. Zane Smith in second. Ty Dillon in third. Chris Buescher in fourth. Ty Dillon is going to push his teammate A.J. Allmendinger. They're teammates, by the way, for College Racing. They're going to try and get one of them the segment win. Then you got Zane Smith in 38 and Chris Buescher in the 17. They're Fords, but they're not actually teammates, but they're, teammates in a way. All right, A.J. Allmendinger is dominating the segment in that 16 Wendy's Saucy Nuggets car. He is really doing a good job in this race here at Talladega. He's just trying to get at least a top 10 finish for College Racing. Zane Smith in second. Chris Buescher takes third from Ty Dillon, and now Ty Dillon is in a bad spot. He does not want to help that 38 car. That's really going to suck in the point standings for A.J. Allmendinger. A.J. Allmendinger thought he had the segment win, and then Ty Dillon comes out of nowhere and actually pushes Zane Smith. Oh, that's a heartbreaking finish for A.J. Allmendinger. I thought he had it in the bag. He was dominating the segment. Ty Dillon comes out of nowhere and pushes Zane Smith. I think Ty Dillon was trying to get Zane Smith really far out and then maybe find a run, but clearly it did not work. But Ty Dillon kind of worked out for him in the point standings. He's going to have a decent day at least. A.J. Allmendinger in third. Chris Buescher with a disappointing 4th place finish. Buescher not doing well in the point standings, unfortunately for him. And now here's your next segment. The part-time driver in the 01, Corey LaJoie. He is looking for at least a top 20 today. He might do it as long as he finishes first in this segment. He should have a top 20 today. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. going to start in second. Shane Van Gisbergen in the 88 car is going to start third. And then Ty Gibbs, the wild card car from the thirds race, had to advance his way to this race. He will be starting in fourth. All right, take a look at the replay right here. We're going to need it, that's for sure. Look at this. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. flips in front of the whole entire pack. Then he saves it. Look at this. Corey LaJoie gets into him. Ty Gibbs on the outside lane trying to pass him. Then Stenhouse catches some air, goes off to outer space, and then somehow lands back on his wheels right before he gets El Reco'd. So surprisingly, we didn't get a caution there, but Ricky Stenhouse has to be the luckiest driver so far today. He could have easily El Reco'd right there, but that saved him probably at least 20 points right there as long as he finishes today's race and does not El Reco. All right, white flag is out for Ricky Stenhouse Jr. He's doing really well right now. in the point standings. In fact, all of these guys are actually doing pretty well. Shane Van Gisbergen, on the other hand, I think is in like 27th. So SVG, if he wants to get into the All-Star race, he's either going to have to win one of these two races or something else. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. for Hayek Motorsports get the segment win, and Stenhouse will go to the B main. Stenhouse, obviously, he's always good at those super speedways, but this is huge for Stenhouse for the point standings. Ty Gibbs is going to have a decent day in the 54 car. Shane Van Gisbergen, it's going to be tight for him, but we'll see what happens. And now we have our last segment by the looks of it. We have Tyler Reddick in the 45, Carson Hocevar in the 77, and Kyle Busch in the 8. I believe this is our last segment. I could be mistaken, but we'll have to see what happens next after this segment. But for first, we have to do this segment. All right, coming to 2 laps to go, Tyler Reddick doing really well in the point standings from that win at Darlington a few races ago, 2 races ago to be specific, and then a race ago, and then Carson Hocevar in second. Wow, take a look at this replay here. Carson Hocevar on the outside lane gets pushed by Kyle Busch, and then jumps to the inside lane to block Tyler Reddick, and then Kyle Busch all of a sudden finds the run, passes them both. Kyle Busch literally just pulled a really good move there with the white flag out. Kyle Busch might have just won this segment because of that great move. It was a great move by Kyle Busch. Let's see what he can do on the white flag. Hocevar obviously going to be really aggressive. Still looking for his first Crazy Dolls Cup Series win as well. Kyle Busch gets the segment win. That's Kyle Busch's first segment win since Atlanta, a.k.a. Echo Park, this year. Carson Hocevar is going to take second place. Decent points day for him, and as well as Tyler Reddick. Tyler Reddick should be doing all right in the points standings after today. And now here's a look at all your drivers for the B main. This is basically all your drivers that are trying to win to advance their segments to the main event. We have 16 drivers in this one. We have Christopher Bell, Chase Briscoe, Austin Cindric, Ryan Preece, Kyle Larson, Ross Chastain, Joey Logano, J.J. Ely, Todd Gillen. On the top row, we have Todd Gillen, Michael McDowell, Chase Elliott, Jimmy Johnson, William Byron, Zane Smith, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., and Kyle Busch. So we have 16 drivers still having a chance. One of these 16 drivers is going to go and win the Menards 500 here at Talladega. We should have 8 drivers in the main event, but it all depends on what happens with the wrecks. All right, here's our first segment. We have Christopher Bell in the 20 car, Kyle Larson in the 5 car, Michael McDowell in the 71 car, and Zane Smith in the 38 car. We have 1 Toyota, 1 Ford, and 2 Chevrolets in this one. 3 laps. Top 2 cars in each segment for these segments go to the main. Wow, what a slingshot move and jump by Kyle Larson. Christopher Bell gets sideways in front of Zane Smith, able to recover from it and keep second from the pack. Zane Smith able to barely hold on from third from Michael McDowell. They're side by side for third. Kyle Larson way too far out, though. That draft is going to really impact Kyle Larson in this lap, I have a feeling. But with 2 to go, it's Larson leading. Boy, oh boy, guys, Talladega never disappoints. Look at the run Christopher Bell gets. Now Christopher Bell and Kyle Larson battling for the lead. Bell is now way too far out front. Zane Smith, Michael McDowell drafting with Kyle Larson. Christopher Bell way too far out now. This has been really interesting, and whoever the winner is in this race is going to get lucky because they are way too far out front, these guys. And with the white flag out, top two cars advance for each segment. Like I said, for the B main, the top two cars advance to the main event. White flag out. Christopher Bell and Joe Gibbs Racing get the segment win to advance automatically to the main event. Kyle Larson in the 5 car is also going to go to the main event. And that will do it for the first segment of the B main. Michael McDowell, Zane Smith, they're going to have a good day for the points, but just not enough to advance. All right, here's a look at your second segment. We have Chase Briscoe for Joe Gibbs Racing in the number 19. Ross Chastain, he's been doing a really good job. He's been really aggressive today, but in a good way in that 1 car. Then we got Jimmy Johnson, the only driver for Legacy Motor Club that's still alive. Just a bad day for Legacy Motor Club besides him and then Ricky Stenhouse. Okay, guys, 2 laps to go. Chase Briscoe is your leader. Ross Chastain in second. Jimmy Johnson is in third, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is in fourth. I don't know what it is, guys, but Legacy Motor Club is having one of their worst days races you could possibly have in the Crazy Dallas Cup Series because Jimmy Johnson is upside down on top of the finish line. He's on his roof. Here's a replay. It looked like Jimmy Johnson, not sure if he hit the wall and caught some air. I think maybe that's what happened. It's not a very good camera angle, unfortunately, but looks like that might have been what happened. Either way, he's out of the race. Just sucks for Legacy Motor Club. For them being not the best team, it really is painful. But with the white flag out, Ross Chastain, we didn't talk about him that lap, unfortunately, because we were worried about Jimmy Johnson being okay after that horrible wreck. But Ross Chastain took the lead from Chase Briscoe. And look at Ricky Stenhouse Jr. He's in third, but he's going to go to the inside and push a Chevy. Chase Briscoe's in a bad spot here, but can he keep second? Wow, what a great move by Ross Chastain. Was trying to block Briscoe into turn 1, gets loose in front of Briscoe. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. says, I'm going to be a hero, and bump Chastain on the backstretch to give Chastain the lead, and he's clear of Briscoe. So Chastain and Briscoe are going to advance to the main event. And here's a look at your next segment. We have Austin Cindric, Joey Logano. They're both teammates for Team Penske. Obviously, they're going to help each other out to get to the main event. Then we have Todd Gillen in 34, also a Ford, but he is for Front Row Motorsports. And then Hendrick Motorsports, William Byron, the wildcard car, advanced to get here. A good lap right there by Austin Cindric. He is still your leader. Joey Logano in second. William Byron passes Todd Gillen for third. William Byron kind of going to have a hard time here with all these Fords. A great move by Joey Logano, able to pass Austin Cindric. He will take the white flag. Austin Cindric will be in second. Todd Gillen takes third back from William Byron. A little crossover between Todd Gillen and William Byron. Top 2 advance to the main event. Caution is out on the track. No El Reco. Joey Logano going to win the segment, and Austin Cindric will advance with Joey Logano for Team Penske. William Byron is backwards, sideways on the backstretch right next to the American flag. Kind of deja vu with Justin Haley earlier in the race. There's a replay. He just got loose on his own trying to get up in the draft with Todd Gillen, but just got checked up way too early way too late and got loose up behind Todd Gillen. So Joey Logano, Austin Cindric are going to advance to the main event. And now here's a look at your last segment. Ryan Preece in the 60 car. He's doing okay in the point standings, but who really needs a good points day is J.J. Ely really bad. He needs to basically win this race to get into the All-Star race. Chase Elliott third, Kyle Busch fourth. Two laps to go for Ryan Preece. That was a pretty clean lap right there. Not a lot of passing there. J.J. Ely is still in second. Chase Elliott still in third. Kyle Busch still in fourth. Top two cars advance. J.J. Ely looking for his first ever main event. Oh, there's the big one at Talladega, or one of them. Caution's out for an El Reco. Who is it? There's Ryan Preece. There's J.J. Ely. It's Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch is out of it. He's off the track. And Chase Elliott's off the track. He's on his wheels, luckily for your points leader. Chase Elliott, your points leader, also involved. Oh, big wreck. Kyle Busch gets hard in the wall. Chase Elliott, J.J. Ely, they both have nowhere to go. J.J. Ely somehow gets away from the wreck. But Kyle Busch goes from a possible top 10 to an automatic DNF. Kyle Busch, I don't know if he'll get to the All-Star race now unless he wins next race. I don't know if he'll get there, guys, to be honest. But with the white flag out, Ryan Preece in first, J.J. Ely in second. Chase Elliott is actually going to choose the inside lane. He's not going to help out J.J. Ely, so J.J. Ely's in a bad spot here. But J.J. Ely trying to go to his first ever main event. Not sure if it's going to happen, though. He has no help. Ryan Preece and RFK Racing get the segment win, and they will advance to the main event. That was a great segment for RFK Racing. Chase Elliott able to easily pass J.J. Ely for second place. So Chase Elliott, your points leader, is looking for another top 10 today. And it looks like he will do so. Maybe even a possible win for Chase Elliott, but we'll have to see what happens for the main event. J.J. Ely will finish third, so J.J. Ely will not go to the main event, but we'll be right back after these messages. Are you too old for life? Are you sick of life and think life sucks? And you don't want to go to a retirement home when you get older in the future? Well, don't worry about that, because Green Chairs has you covered for awesome entertainment for elderly that will never get sick of fun games and maybe possibly a strip club for older women and men. Green Chairs for the elderly that can't stand life. Are you hungry but you don't want to spend a lot of money on fast food these days? Well, come to Dan's Subs for sub sandwiches if you don't want to spend no more than $10 on some food, because inflation is ridiculous this year. Hungry yet? Hey you guys, this is your boy Crazy Dallas. I just want to quickly say thank you guys so much again for even more subscribers. We are now almost to 1,040 subscribers. This is getting crazy, guys. Not even 2 months ago, I reached 1,000 subscribers, and now we're all of a sudden almost to 1,050. I don't know what's going on, you guys, but I am just so grateful. Thank you guys so much for supporting me and my YouTube channel. But with that being said, let's move on. Alright guys, do you guys know what time it is? That's right. It's main event time. or Christopher Bell in the 20 car, your pole setter, is going to lead you down for the first lap here at Talladega for the Menards 500. There will be 8 laps in total for this main event, 8 drivers. Your starting order will be from left to right, so Bell in first, Logano second, Briscoe will be third, Priest will be fourth, Chastain will be fifth, Kyle Larson will be sixth, Austin Cindric will be seventh, and then Chase Elliott will be your last driver, barely advancing into the main event. He'll be starting 8th. That's your points leader in the 9 car. Chase Briscoe is 1 point behind Chase Elliott, so let's see if he can get the points lead. All right, a good start for Joe Gibbs Racing. Christopher Bell, Chase Briscoe side by side for the lead. They're teammates. They're not going to try to take each other out, of course, but one of these two guys is going to try and pass each other. Ross Chastain is in 3rd. Ryan Preece is in 4th. Joey Logano is in 5th. Austin Cindric is in 6th. Joey Logano, Austin Cindric, they're teammates. Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott in the back row there, that 5 and 9 cars. They're both teammates. Let's see what happens with 7 to go. Chase Briscoe going to take the lead early in, coming to 6 laps to go. Chase Briscoe takes the lead from Christopher Bell. Christopher Bell will be in 2nd. Kyle Larson gets loose in front of Chase Elliott, but they both finish. So, caution, El Recco free so far, but it's going to be Briscoe, your leader now, who is 1 point behind Chase Elliott. He's in 2nd in the point standings, looking for his first ever win today. Caution is down the track for another El Recco, and this is the big one, guys. This is the big wreck. Ross Chastain comes out of nowhere and takes the lead. Chase Elliott's in 2nd, and it's Ryan Preece is out of the race. He is out of the race, and who else is involved? Chase Briscoe's on his wheels. Christopher Bell is also involved, so we have 3 cars in this wreck. One of them somehow is only out of it, and it's Ryan Preece, the odd man out. Your top 3 cars after this lap were involved in this wreck, and all 3 of them hit the wall. Preece caught some air, bounced off Chase Briscoe, and that's how he went upside down in front of the pack. Chastain goes from 5th to 1st in that lap, I believe. Chase Elliott, who started 8th, is up to 2nd. And Ryan Preece, man, oh man, it doesn't get any worse for that. He was in 3rd place, had a great chance to win today's race here at Talladega, but he is out of it. So just like that, we only have 7 cars now, and your order is going to be Chastain, Elliott, Logano, Cindric, Larson, Bell, and Briscoe. That is your top 7. That's your order right now, coming to 6 laps to go. It's Ross Chastain for Trackhouse Racing, looking for the win. Caution is on the track again for another El Recco. Who is it this time? Oh, it's another Ford. It's Austin Cindric. He's upside down on the backstretch on the outside lane. No, Austin Cindric again. This has been like 3 races where Austin Cindric has been in the main event and then just gets screwed and gets taken out for some stupid reason. It looked like maybe Christopher Bell pushed Cindric too hard in the wall. So Cindric caught a lot of bad air right there, and unfortunately for him, went upside down. Let's hope Austin Cindric and Preece are okay after that horrifying wreck. Man, that sucks for Team Penske. But with coming to 5 laps to go, Ross Chastain is doing a phenomenal job, able to hold off Chase Elliott for the lead. Chase Elliott obviously in 2nd, Logano 3rd, Larson's in 4th, Briscoe in 5th, Bell in the 6th. Man, that is a horrifying wreck. Let's hope they're okay with 5 to go. Chase Elliott, your points leader, takes the lead from Ross Chastain. Take a look at how he did it, though. He's sideways in front of the pack. I cannot believe Chase did not wreck here. That is a really bad spot to go sideways in. Luckily, it's not turns 1 or 2. They're worse, to be honest. But Chase Elliott is leading, and Kyle Larson able to pass Chastain barely for second. So Hendrick Motorsports come out of nowhere and up to first and second with 4 laps to go. It's Elliott, Larson, Chastain, Bell, Logano, and Briscoe. Wow, what a move by Chase Elliott. It was risky. Could have easily gotten El Reco'd out, but he took it and got it. Caution is out on the track. No El Reco this time, thank the Lord. Let's see what happened. It's Christopher Bell. He's sideways, coming to the trioval. Oh, and it's Chase Briscoe. Joe Gibbs Racing again. Chase Briscoe stuck in turn 2. Oh, Logano pushed Briscoe into the wall, and he did the same thing with Bell. Who is this guy? Joey Logano just took out both Joe Gibbs Racing drivers without them El Recoing. I know that sounds weird, but Logano being very aggressive. Not sure if that worked out for Logano or not, but with 3 laps to go, Chase Elliott, he was a little too far out front in front of the pack, but he's still leading. Larson in second, his teammate. Chastain third, Logano fourth, Christopher Bell fifth, and Chase Briscoe in sixth with 3 to go. Wow, take a look at a replay right here. Ross Chastain able to pass Kyle Larson for second place. Chastain almost gets turned by Bell there. Kyle Larson able to barely beat Christopher Bell for third, and the white flag is out for Chase Elliott. Can Chase Elliott be the first driver to win 2 races this year? He's your points leader by 1 point against Chase Briscoe, who's in 5th right now. Your leading order is Elliott, Chastain, Larson, Bell, Briscoe, and Logano. Chase Elliott's actually in a really good spot here. He's got his teammate Kyle Larson behind him, pushing him. Chase Elliott's in a good spot here, but Chastain. Final lap coming up for the Menards 500. Ross Chastain for Trackhouse Racing. Get the win here at the Menards 500 at Talladega. Look at that replay. Chastain on the outside lane finds a run. He blocks Christopher Bell. Chase Elliott goes 3 wide into the turn trying to get the win, but it does not work. Ross Chastain gets the win here at Talladega. What a race. That final lap was so chaotic. You had Christopher Bell on the outside lane, Chastain in the middle, Chase Elliott on the bottom lane on that turn. That was a crazy last lap, but Chastain in a perfect spot, passes Chase Elliott, passes Christopher Bell for the win. There's your finishing order in the segment. Chastain first, Bell second, Elliott third. That's your top 3. Good points day for those guys. Logano fourth, Kyle Larson fifth, Chase Briscoe sixth. Good points day for all these guys. Chase Elliott should still be your points leader by probably about 5 or 6 points ahead of Chase Briscoe after this race. But here's a look at your finishing order in total for today's race. Chastain, your winner. That's a huge win for Chastain. He wasn't doing that bad in the point standings, but he should be up at least in the top 10 in the point standings now. So from Chastain all the way to the right side, that's Chris Buescher in that 17 car. And then on the top left, Justin Haley with actually a decent day all the way into Eric Jones for Legacy Motor Club. That is your finishing order for today's race. What a race. I tell you guys what, Talladega should never disappoint, and today Talladega was phenomenal. Great racing. A lot of wrecks, though, but that's how Talladega is. So thank you guys so much for watching the Menards 500 YouTube Cup, the Crazy Cup Series here at Talladega. What a race, what a finish. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Like, subscribe, everything. And I'll see you guys at the next track, which is the Pepsi 600 at Charlotte. God bless y'all and see ya.